Hey there, good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Connie. I'm Connie Fuchsa with Foot Title Group, where we protect your home ownership. I try to come to you a couple times a week to talk about things that have to do with real estate. And let me tell you, the real estate market is on fire right now. If you're looking to buy something, the houses are not staying on the market very long. And if you're looking to sell, boy, it is certainly a perfect opportunity to do that. So one of the things that you might want to know before you start looking at homes is what can you afford? What's really out there? What can I do? And you need to get what they call pre-qualified before you actually start looking at houses. Why is that? Well, with the real estate market on fire, you want to make sure that you bring your best offer when you find that dream home. So you're out searching for homes and you can go in and make an offer, but you need to tell the seller, not only do I want to buy this house and this is what I'm willing to pay for it, but you need to be able to tell them this is what I can pay for it. And so because of that, the very first thing you want to be looking at is you want to be talking to a mortgage professional to make sure that you can qualify for what you want to buy. So you want to be able to do that. Number one, find out what you can qualify for. How much house can you afford to buy? That's a really important piece of the puzzle. That way you go in with a very strong offer to that seller and say, not only do I want to buy your house, but here I can. And so then you know what you can qualify for. But the other piece is you need to make sure that you can afford what it costs to go to closing. So you're going to borrow money just like you would with a car, but you also need to make sure that you can pay the expenses. Some of the expenses can be rolled into the loan and some can't. So that mortgage professional that you choose will be able to navigate you through some of that. And so what I recommend before you even start thinking about looking at houses is you start researching and interviewing mortgage professionals that you might want to work with to be able to help you with this home loan. This is one of the most expensive things you are ever going to do in your life. And you want to make sure that the people that you work with are professionals and know exactly what they're doing. There's three different very important pieces to this puzzle. And this is the very first part. Because if you go to work with a realtor before you actually get qualified, if you're working with a realtor that's a professional that has a lot of experience, they're going to say, before we go look at homes, you have to get pre-qualified. So what I recommend is that you find a lender that you're comfortable working with, because they're going to see all your personal information and they're going to recommend for you the best scenario, because there's all different types of loans out there with all different types of programs and different things that you may qualify for that could help you secure that dream home. So interview and find the the mortgage professional that you want to work with. And then from there, the mortgage professional is going to take some information from you and tell you exactly what you can afford to buy and what it's going to cost you to do that. So, hey there, good morning, Roy. How are you? Obviously, you just went through all this, so you know about this a whole lot better than most. Should you go with just one or deal with a couple of them for the best deals? So I think that there's a couple of things. That's a really good question, and thanks for your thoughts. I think there's a couple of thoughts about that. I don't think that you ought to search out the best deal. What you really need is the best professional that knows the economy and knows the mortgage market and understands your situation. And from there, they can help you pick exactly what's available for you. Every lender has different kinds of programs, but if you work with somebody that is very well experienced in the community and in the mortgage market, then they're going to be able to tell you what they have available. The things that vary between different lenders as far as pricing isn't huge as far as the rates. What's a lot different is what the fees are. So one of the things you should ask is, what are your fees, to be able to do that, because then you can compare. The other thing I'm going to recommend to you about mortgage lenders is do not use Rocket Mortgage, Quicken Loans, one of those things online, because you want to be able to see this person face to face. You may never have to. There's so many online tools now that you don't have to, but you want to be able to pick up the phone and easily get a hold of that human being and ask questions, because this is a big thing that you're navigating through, and you want to make sure that that person that you're working with, that you're giving all your financial information to, is a human being that you can actually get on the phone within 1 or 2 phone calls without having to navigate through a phone system, all types of messages being left and not returned. And if you're dealing with somebody that's online, more than likely you're going to have that experience. You're not going to be able to talk to a human being very easily. And this is where you're going to have lots of questions, and you need to make sure that you're working with somebody you know, like, and trust. So in answer to your question, hopefully I answered you, but in answer to your question, I wouldn't I would talk to 1 or 2 different mortgage lenders that may be recommended to you, maybe 3. Ask their pricing. That does matter, but also make sure it's somebody that you can work with. Find out some of their credentials, find out how long they've been doing this, get some referrals from them about people they've worked with to get some references. You know, we all like to Google things, and Googling reviews is very important. And so I would also do that with human beings locally in the market where that particular mortgage professional is. Get them to give you some references and talk to those references about what they did, how their experiences were, because that's a person you're going to be working with for quite a while through this process. And you want to make sure that when they see all your personal information, it's somebody you can trust, and it's somebody that's going to take really good care of you for exactly what you're looking for, because every single different home and person and mortgage process is different. So hopefully I answered that question for you. Thanks so much for asking. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Hopefully, very good. Hopefully I helped you at least spur a question, maybe a thought. If there's anything I can help you with, you know, we deal with lots of different mortgage professionals, having been in the business for a very long time. In Southern Maryland, we work with people all throughout Maryland and all throughout Virginia. I also have a network across the country about different people in different communities. So feel free to reach out and ask questions. Let me know. I am not a mortgage professional, so I don't know all the details, but I do work with a lot of mortgages because of the nature of our business. So I have a lot of experience with those questions that you may have. Hence, that's why I bring up the topic, so we can talk about it. So as some of you may know, we're doing a promotion going forward that if you share the broadcast that we are doing today, that you could possibly win a 20-ounce Coffee with Connie mug. And we'd love to have you win. I want you to be able to share this information with people you know, because there's probably people out there in your newsfeed that are actually looking to buy homes or sell homes, and they may have some questions about some of these things we talk about. So all you need to do is go to the bottom and click that share button, and the more you share, the more opportunity you have to win our fancy coffee mug. Today's the last day for this month, and we have 2 people in the running right now. So I would really appreciate it if you hit that share and continue to do that as we have the broadcast, so that you can put yourself in that running as well. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully the information was helpful. Hopefully you'll share. I look forward to talking to you a couple times a week. Thank you so much for tuning into Coffee with Connie. I'm Connie Fuchsa with Foot Title Group, where we protect your home ownership. Hope you have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.